Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to my top 20 anime list. Everything I'm about to say is all in my opinion. My goal is to get every one of you to watch every single anime on this list. I'm not going to be talking why this anime got number 20 and not being number 2. I'm not going to be talking about that. What I'm going to be talking about is why each anime on this list deserves to be watched. I'm just going to briefly talk to you about what I believe is the only way for an anime to be broken. You see, if the main protagonist is a male, and also if there is a female love interest in the story, I believe that the anime goes to a totally different level. I mean, I'm not saying that it can't be done without a love interest, but I believe it's just harder to do. From what I've seen, if the main protagonist is a female, it can be done without romance. There has to be no romance in the anime, but it can be done where the anime will still be broken. And last but not least, the animation. I prefer more up-to-date animation versus the classic animation. I mean, the classic animes themselves are really good. I just prefer up-to-date graphics. And here's something I forgot to mention. More depressing, the better. Just on a side note real quick, a lot of animes that I'm going to be presenting to you, there's a build-up, not for the final 2 episodes. There's build-up for almost each episode individually. There's sometimes a build-up is just for 5 minutes, and it delivers on the 6th minute. Like, that's how I love some of these animes. Okay, let's go jump into my top 20. Number 20, One Punch Man. The main protagonist is a male, however, there is no love interest. So right off the bat, the producers are going to have to go the extra mile for this anime to become broken. In the animation, don't worry about the animation, you'll get past it real soon, real quick. This anime is a good start for epicness. There's a lot of epicness in this anime. However, how can this anime be epic if the main character can literally one-shot any foe that he faces? If he could just one-shot anything, the fight scenes are boring as fuck. However, you gotta think outside the box here. This anime is on my list, so the producers decided maybe having so much power is actually a curse more than it is a gift. Number 19, Food Wars. The main protagonist is a male, there is a love interest, and the animation is literally Jesus. This anime is literally all about cooking. And that's pretty much it. He just goes to a cooking school with other people and just cooks food there. Just like Pokemon Go. You just go outside and you capture Pokemon. And that's pretty much it. Kinda get where I'm getting at? With those kind of descriptions, it's like the definition of wait for it. Just wait for the brokenness. Food Wars OP. Number 18, Your Lie in April. The main protagonist is male, there's a female interest, and the animation is Jesus. This anime has a beginning and an end, and the ending will make you salty, guaranteed. This anime is pretty depressing, not gonna lie. It's also a good type of depressing that pushes the story forward instead of pulling it back. And not only that, they actually used fan service. It was only used once, and it was actually used for plot. Just that alone amplifies the anime by a shit ton. Number 17, No Game No Life. With this anime, there are 2 main protagonists, not just one. They're both a male and a female. The animation is Jesus, and there's no love interest, so yet again, they're gonna have to go the extra mile. Both the main protagonists are geniuses. All they really do in this anime is play games, but yet they're playing with very high stakes. They face every enemy at their home turf, at their own game that they're best at, and they will still come out on top. You know how like when you go on YouTube and then sometimes you see videos of where players are literally destroying the enemy team? Imagine that's the 2 main protagonists, but instead of them just destroying, they're destroying times 2 while cheesing the fuck out of them. Number 16, Another. With this anime, the main protagonist is male, there is a female love interest, and the animation is really good. This anime has a beginning and an end. The ending will end up solving the mystery. There's a lot of fucked up things in this anime. The anime itself is pretty depressing, and to be honest, it's pretty scary. Number 15, Re:Zero. Currently, I am not up to date with Re:Zero, however, my sources are telling me that it got more broken of where I left off at episode 8. The main character is a male, there is a love interest, and the animation is absolutely Jesus. Since I'm not up to date, I'm not going to give you guys my own description of the anime, however, I will give you this. It's depressing. The main character decided to be broken for one of the most stupidest reasons, and I fucking love it. Number 14, Code Geass. I'm not going to say much here because you can just go to your local neighborhood anime person and ask them about this anime. They know all about this, don't worry. However, I will say this, I hate fucking mecha. I think it's the stupidest thing ever, but this anime is the only exception. Number 13, Accel World. The animation is really good, the main protagonist is a male, and there's a love interest. The anime is kinda depressing. The main character is fat, and he gets the hot chick. That in itself is broken. This anime is not a harem. This anime also does not have fan service. I mean, the main protagonist is kinda lame, but the female interest is a fucking badass. Even though she's a badass, she's not able to carry the show, but everything backing it up, the fight scenes, kinda the main character, the side characters, the animation, and also the fact that if they lose enough in the game, they will get fucked up in the real world. It brings it up to the broken level. Number 12, Eden of the East. There are two main protagonists. One is a male and the other one is a female. The female gets a little bit more screen time than the other protagonist. The female protagonist is really chill, and the male protagonist acts that of a white-haired character, just like Kakashi. This anime is split up into 11 different episodes, but they all act like as a movie for each individual episode. It's really well done. Also, there's a beginning and an end. The ending is satisfying, it completes the story as a whole, and the animation is Jesus. Number 11, Little Busters. The main character is a male, there is a love interest. It's kind of a harem, but not really, because he does conquer girls, but they don't end up loving him, and the animation is God. The first season is a build-up for the second season. The first season is all about him conquering all the girls. However, the first season is a build-up for the second season. The second season is going to focus around what the fuck is going on in this anime. The main character has a disorder where he can fall asleep at any time. They kind of fucked up his ability because they could have used that at more broken parts, but they didn't. So that was more of the upsetting part of why this anime is more broken. Number 10, Sunday Without God. The main character is a girl, no romance, the animation is top notch. Basically, for episodes 1 through 3, if you do not like the first arc ending on the third episode, you can stop watching the anime. The reason why is because the anime itself goes below the broken. However, at this point, you're respecting the first arc to finish out this anime. Number 9, School Live. The main character is a girl, the animation is God, and there's no romance. Every character in this anime are all females. For this anime, I highly recommend you follow these rules. Do not look up anything about the anime. The reason why I'm saying this is because the writer purposely made it so that you would not figure anything out about what's really going on with the anime. The anime itself is more of a masterpiece than broken. When you're watching episode 1, just imagine someone saying in the background, wait for it for a very long time. And I'm talking like nearing the end of the anime. Just wait for it. What you're waiting for, you'll know. Trust me, you'll know. It'll be done by the end of episode 1. And then when you're watching the rest of it, you're gonna be like, why am I watching this again? And then you're like, oh wait, that's why. You'll know what I'm talking about. This is the one anime where it's like the definition. You did not see that coming. Number 8, Is This a Zombie? Main character's a guy, there's a love interest, the animation is God, and also it's a harem. However, the other girls know that they can't beat the love interest. There are 3 things that carry this anime to the promised land. Number 1, by far, the love interest. You know how like usually the girl's background story is what amplifies their brokenness? Her background story is kinda lame, but what she is currently going through in the anime is what brings her to the broken beyond broken world. Secondly, the main character. Usually during the downtime of harem main characters, they're just really stupid, but for him, he's really, really funny. And last but not least, the comedy. The comedy isn't near the broken level. The comedy just passes the level where the comedy actually helps push along the story. Number 7, Sword Art Online. This is the same case with Code Geass. Go to your local neighborhood anime guy, they will all know about it, trust me. Number 6, Future Diary. Main character's a guy, there's a psycho love interest, and the animation is God. Basically, it's almost impossible for one character alone, with a tad help with another character, to solely carry a show into the broken realm. Well, the female protagonist in this show backpacked this show as the title of Crazy Psycho Bitch. This anime has a beginning and an end, however, the last episode ends on the chapter before the manga ends. If you want to see what happened on the final last chapter of the manga, you can just easily go there and just see that little extra side. But the final episode, it does complete everything in the story. Number 5, Black Rock Shooter. The whole cast is female and there is no romance in this anime. The animation and the fight scenes are the best on my list. The animation and the fight scenes are just like the first battle between Naruto and Sasuke. There's a link in the description for the second half of their first fight. The story is concluded. The further you get into the anime, the more depressing it is. Yes, this is an anime girl fighter, however, it's on a totally different level than what you're thinking of. Number 4, The World God Only Knows. Main character's a guy, it's a harem, and the animation is God. As soon as he conquers a girl, she will forget about him. Then he moves on to the next girl, then she will forget about him. Moves on to the next one, she forgets about him. It's just an endless cycle until he completes his duty given to him by a magical girl. At the beginning of an anime, he just didn't really give a fuck. But as the story progressed, you see it in him. It's like, wow, this is really messing him up. And the comedy is so broken you could say it's plot. And this anime has a beginning and an end. And I strongly believe that the main protagonist in this anime is the most broken main protagonist in all of anime. The reason why is because since he's the main character and he's in a harem, he's kind of like the nice guys in the real world. He understands that the nice guys never get the broken chicks. He's even more like this because he plays a lot of video games. He conquers girls like a video game. He is so broken. Number 3, Clannad. Main protagonist is a male. It was a harem until the producers decided to shut that shit down in the middle of the season brilliantly, and the animation is really, really good. At some point, you're either going to be watching the anime for its story, which is super broken, or you're going to be watching it for a character named Akio. And then when the second season hits, oh my god, it gets a million times better. But you don't even know it got a million times better because the first season's so broken. This anime does have an ending, and when you hit like nearing the ending of the second season, you'll have the manliest man tier of your life. And let me just reiterate, this anime is super depressing. All the animes I present you are all depressing, but this one especially is super depressing. Number 2, Angel Beats. With this anime, the main character is a guy. Not only that, there's a love interest, and also the animation is God. With this anime, within 13 episodes, they were able to splash in every single kind of genre you could possibly think of, and not only that, dedicate the last episode just to complete the story. And I don't give a fuck who you are. I believe that this is the universal like anime. No matter who you are or what kind of opinions you have on anime, no matter, I think this is the only anime that everyone likes. I believe this anime has the most broken background stories ever. Along with that, I also believe that the ending is the most broken ending ever created in anime history. And number 1, Toradora. Main character's a guy, the animation is fucking Jesus, and not only that, there's a love interest. There is no magic in this anime. There's only a couple other animes that I mentioned that did not have magic. That was Your Lie in April and also Food Wars. Just with that, they have to go the extra mile because just straight up real life bullshit is really hard to do. However, with this anime, this has the most epic scenes on my list. Literally, when the epic scene starts, it's as though it was hand-drawn. The main protagonist just goes to school with the female love interest, and that's pretty much it. This story has a beginning and an end, and now we are finally done with my anime list. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And yes, I do know about Kamiga Kill, Attack on Titan, Gurren Lagann, Death Note. I just don't think they're broken.